Alright, guys, we are back again for another episode of Love at First Sight. Alright, we're about to walk her home from school again. So let's see what happens next with our little Cyclops girl here. Sorry about that just now. I really made a fool of myself. We leave the school at a hurried pace, but once we're outside of the gates and start heading home, we slow down a bit. No, it's okay. You caught me right when I fell, and you protected me from Sadakawa-san. Thank you for that. Oh yeah, we did finally get to our first interaction with the bully. So it looks like Sachi might actually be getting bullied by her. Hey, it's probably none of my business, but if you're having trouble and you need help, you can ask me anything. Thank you. Sachi replies after a short pause, looking somewhat puzzled. We might have become friends, but I guess we're not close enough for her to be comfortable trusting me with that sort of thing yet. Or maybe you truly are misunderstanding something. Maybe she really isn't bullying her. Maybe she's just not a nice girl. But I think maybe the probability is, yeah, she probably is bullying her. You know, anything you need. I just want to help. Okay. By the way, if you like the books I gave you, there's some more from the author. Oh, really? I kind of like your smile. Except for the one eye. Tell you the truth, I don't find the one eye very attractive. It's kind of scary. It's so huge. I think it's the size more than anything. It literally takes over her whole entire face. I'm going to change the subject to a lighter topic. Going home together should be more fun than this. At the very least, I want to see her smile more while we're together. I think she has an okay smile. It's kind of cute. I think those are the ones I should lend you next. Do you want to read them? Sure, that sounds great. I'll look forward to it. Oh, she blushes a little there. Oh, I'm assuming chapter done? Oh, were we that close to the chapter being done last time? Oh, look at her blush, look at her. See eye to eye. Act 4. About 2 weeks have passed. I've met Sachi for lunch on the stairwell that leads up to the roof every day, and she's gone through countless manga novels. We've also gone to and from school together when we could. It's almost like you're freaking dating. Sachi hasn't asked for help since the day I offered it to her, but even still, every now and then I go around to her classroom to meet her. Of course, I try not to draw attention to myself anymore and just go to retrieve Sachi as quickly as I can. Even though Sachi's free from Sadakawa, I think she's still worried about being bullied. No especially noticeable change, but Sachi's smile doesn't seem fake like it did before. Little by little, smiling is becoming more natural for her. What are you smiling about? Today, as always, I arrived at home after walking Sachi to her house, and I run into my mom, who seems to have come out to check the mail. Oh, nothing. I think, I don't know if our main protagonist here, Mamoru, knows it, but I think maybe he definitely likes this girl. And he might want to be more than just friends with her. I mean, if it's putting a smile on his face like that, and he's that happy when he gets home, I think maybe he does. He likes being with her. Is my face betraying what I'm thinking? I try to put on a more neutral expression as I reply. You've been getting up so early these past few weeks. Having fun at school? Something like that. Not like we're actually been planning to meet up in the morning. We just keep getting lucky, I guess. But yes, it does mean that I've been getting to school earlier than I used to. Well, you may not be planning together to meet up, but You're timing it out, and it's probably pretty consistent. I mean, when it comes to a day-to-day activity, you start to get through the whole consistency of doing certain things at certain times, and you probably end up getting up, unless you end up late. You know, every now and then that does happen. You end up late, or actually leave a little bit earlier because you have something you want to do, or the weather's not that great. The main reason I'm leaving early is that I'd hate to let the chance to meet Sachi in the morning slip away. The fact that it's put a stop to my habit of being late is just a nice side effect. Well, what I think it is it's nice that you have a reason to get up early, you know, leave earlier, and you have something to look forward to. And that's always a good thing. It means you have some sort of meaning in your next day. It's not like you're all down and sad. You don't feel like living the next day. It's like, oh, you actually have something you want to look forward to. Even though it's only for a moment, it's still something that brightens your day and makes you want to get up there and go. Oh, my. Oh, shit. I thought she was going to pry into my school life, but the mail seems to have caught her attention first. She scans the envelopes and eventually stops on one. Separating it from the others, she reads it, and after a moment, finally sighs. What's wrong? I won tickets to a private showing of a new movie, but it's on the same day that we plan to visit some of your father's relatives, so I can't go. Oh, are you gonna give it to him and Sachi and Mamoru are gonna go on a date? I bet you that's what it's gonna be. A private showing? You really hit it big. Well, I do enter a lot of these kinds of drawings. Filling out entries to those prize lotteries is my mom's hobby. She systematically scans the web and fills out everyone she can find. I don't know if that's the best thing to do. I mean, there's a lot of scams on the internet. I mean, some people that probably just data mining for your information, and they're gonna send you shit in the mail and other things like that as well. She actually wins quite a few of those private showings, so my dad and I accompany her to them pretty often. You said you had plans for that day. When is it? You usually do everything you can to go to those. It's a Sunday afternoon. These sneak peeks are usually on weekday nights, but not many people go on Sundays. Hey, could I have those tickets? Since you and Dad can't go. Sure, I don't mind. I don't know if the movie's good or not, but I still don't want to waste the tickets. Great, thanks. Oh, he's probably gonna ask Sachi. And that's how I got them yesterday. Lunchtime, say with Tomo and Akima. I show them the tickets for the private showing that I got from my mom. Wow, I've never heard of that movie, but it looks fun. Akime is practically squealing with delight as she looks over the tickets. She seems like she would be always squealing with something. Delight happy. She seems to just be an energetic girl. Oh, so now the answer to the question of which of us to invite is neither, I'm guessing. He's probably gonna ask Sachi. Good guess, Tomo. Oh, you broke Akima's heart. Look at her. Huh? No way. He didn't say that. Bad guess, Akime. Oh, she mad now. She mad now. What the heck? I totally thought I knew where you were going with this, but you're not taking us? Meanie! I want to see the movie too. Her emotion seems to change on a dime too. Sorry, I've only got 2 tickets. If I invite one of you, that means I have to leave the other of you behind. I was going to invite you-know-who instead. I know who? Oh, Sachan. Yeah, so what do you think? What do we think? They're your tickets. And besides, you're the one who knows your relationship with her best. Well, whatever. Sure. Go ahead and invite her. Well, I've never hung out with a girl outside of school. I'm a little nervous. Hello? What about the trip we took together on the last holiday? Oh, shit! You are a poor replacement for a girl. Oh my, what a thing to say. I wonder what her reaction's gonna be. What's that supposed to mean? No, what I mean is that whenever we meet, Tomo's almost always there as well. Well, yeah, I guess that is true. And I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but you're the one who knows best. We can't really give you much advice, but if you can court her into going, she's never going to be comfortable around you again. If you plan to accompany her there, it should be enough to convince her, right? Yeah, you're probably right. I guess I should actually find out where we're going first, though, huh? Man, I guess it does make the most sense for you to take Sachi instead of us. I still feel like I'm missing out, though. Well, Sachi ends up rejecting me. And the ticket's off to you two, since at that point, I wouldn't know what to do with them anyway. You sure? But you could go alone if you couldn't you? Maybe, but don't want to go alone? Besides, these tickets are in my mom's name. If one of the people trying to use them isn't female, they might not accept them at all. Anyway, it's all moot. Sachi agrees to come. I can't make the decision for you now that I have a stake in it. Do I want to see the movie, or do I want the day when I finally meet Sachan to come sooner? I guess either would be good. What about you, Tomo? If you do hand the tickets off to us, that means I have to spend the day with Akime, which is a pretty tiring prospect. Then again, I can't exactly refuse your generosity. I am free that day, and going to a movie might be a worthwhile diversion. Wow, I didn't realize you were that excited to go on a date with me, Tomo. Oh shit, I think she might be teasing you. I think she would be an interesting date, to tell you the truth. I wouldn't know what I would say on such a date. She'd probably be the one starting all the conversation, so I might not even have to think. Just let her do all the talking and go along with it. Look, I'll do it, but you know how much energy it takes the average human to keep up with you. The two keep talking, but I think they've already forgotten what has to happen before they get the tickets. Thanks for your input, guys. Anyway, I'm done with my lunch, so I want to go hurry up and go find Sachi. Stand up and head for the stairway. Oh, Mamoru-senpai. What's up? Sachi is, yet again, sitting at the same place in the same way as when I first met her. I've been coming by day after day, and each time I leave, it seems like she's a little brighter. It's comforting. What the hell is that word? Hey, are you doing anything this Sunday? And I get right to the point, sitting down in my usual spot. Sunday? No, I don't have any plans. Why do you ask? Well, I'm on one of these sneak peeks for a new movie, but she can't go to it. She gave me the tickets. There's only 2, so I wasn't sure what to do with them at first, but... What? A movie? With me? Do you have any other friends you could invite? It's not that I don't, but I don't have enough tickets for both of them. If you refuse, I was just going to give the tickets to them, but I'm asking if you want to go first. Yes, of course. Oh, but the movie theater's far away, isn't it? Yeah, but we can just take a train, can't we? Or does she not want to travel too far? No, it's not that. Just, if we take the train, we have to pay for tickets. Doesn't your aunt give you an allowance or something? Not really. I've never asked for it. Are you and your aunt on bad terms? I don't think she really likes me that much. Though, to be honest, I'm not really sure. Well, it just seems like you have a very relationship with her. I mean, do you apparently you guys must not say much if you don't know if she doesn't really like you much or not, because you're unsure. It just seems like maybe. I mean, maybe you both just don't know how to talk to each other. You don't know. Don't you live with her? Couldn't you ask other family members or something? No, it's fine, really. My family? My mom got sick and died many years ago. As for my dad, I was totally left when I was very young. Your mom? Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. It's been a long time since then. Well, what about your dad? You said he left. No one ever told me what happened, but he probably left because of me. I think he must have left right after I was born. I don't have any memory of him. Sachi's eye seems to dim as she tells me this. Well, she wouldn't really remember if she was that young when he left, but I could see a little glimmer of sadness in her eye when she admitted it. My mom didn't abandon me, though. She did her very best to raise me alone. She was a very kind mother. It was probably too much for one person to handle, though. It took too much of a toll on her body, and after that... sorry. I didn't mean to be so depressing. No, I brought it up. I'm the one who should be apologizing. So after that, your aunt took custody of you? Yes, that's right. Aunt Mayumi seemed to be really close to my mom. Before she died, my mom told Mayumi that she was counting on her to take care of me. That's why she adopted me. But I'm sure my aunt hates me. She just hasn't said anything. She probably blames me for her unhappiness in the death of her beloved sister. That's a stupid reason to blame. I mean, you didn't cause, your mom to die. And her unhappiness? What the hell did you do to her? I mean, other than put in the burden of having to take care of you. I mean, she accepted it, so she knew what she was getting into, you could say. You must not like your aunt very much. Why would she not like her aunt very much? I mean, they seem to just really not talk, so you can't really say that she likes her aunt or not likes her aunt. It's more like she doesn't really know who her aunt is. No, that's not it. I'm grateful to her for taking care of me. I just don't want to be a nuisance to her. It wouldn't be right for me to ask for something as selfish as spending money. I see. Thanks for telling me all that. I've never had anyone to talk to before, so thank you for listening to me. But, I really do want to hang out with you. If you want, I can pay for the train ride and stuff. I don't mind at all. No, I couldn't. I want to hang out with you, too, but I have to ask Mayumi if I can first. But if you have to pay for me, we should just not go. I don't want to be a nuisance to you any more than to my aunt. I don't know about your aunt, but you're not being a nuisance to me at all. But there's no rush. Why don't you decide after you've asked her? Yeah, alright. By the way, since we have to go all the way to the next town to get to the movie theater, why don't we get there early so we can just wander around a bit? The movie starts in the afternoon, so we can get lunch or something. Okay. I suddenly feel very nervous. Come on. This isn't some huge event. We're just going to have a little fun. Loosen up. I'll try. There you go. Oh, that reminds me. Do you have a cell phone? We should exchange number for it before we forget. It'll be useful in case we want to get in touch later on. Oh yes, I carry one in case of emergencies. The phone Sachi takes out is ancient, but she fumbles with it awkwardly. It's really plain too. Not a single sticker or anything. Not even one of those silly straps. I don't know who really puts shit on their phones, but I guess some people do. I guess, an ancient phone. What do you consider an ancient phone? That's what I'm thinking. I mean, they do still make older looking phones phones that are not smartphones, at least nowadays. And you'd kind of, I guess, consider those ancient. I got some old phones. They of course don't work. I have most of the cell phones I've ever had. Since I've ever gotten my first cell phone, I have every single one still, unless I gave them to someone. Like, I know that one of my cell phones I gave to a family member because they needed one, and one of mine are broken, so that doesn't even work. Well, the only thing that's broken is the screen. So if I take that apart, I might be able to fix it, because I think it's just probably wires that are connected to the screen and the rest of it, because it kind of flips up. Well, I'll probably mess with that one. But I have most of my cell phones. I got some old ones. I got one that has a black and white screen. One of those old school cell phones. It has a black and white screen. It's all gray. It's not even in color. It's not even a smartphone. It's an older one. And then I think I got two of those. I got two of those, I think. And then I got a smartphone. My first smartphone. That one's broken. And then I have 3 other smartphones. I got basically all my phones except for the ones I've given to family members that needed a replacement phone. And instead of buying one, I just gave it to them. Here, you can use this. How do I do this? I think you have to press this. She must not use it much. In fact, it looks like she barely knows how to use it at all. I guess that worked. Thank you. Come to think of it, what's the movie about? Oh, right. I should have told you before. It's a movie from Germany. It doesn't look like it's some huge adventure. More like a drama, I guess. Though the story is pretty light, so maybe it's more like comedy. Take the flyer that came with the tickets out of my pocket to show Sachi. Oh, that looks interesting. I've never seen it, so I can't tell you if it's interesting or not. Oh, she blushed in there a little. Even going to a movie theater is exciting. I've only ever seen movies on TV. Well, a private showing isn't something you can just go to anytime. It's not at a regular movie theater, and after it's over, you'll have to fill out a simple questionnaire. But that also sounds exciting. I'm glad you think so, then. The bell chimes at lunch period, as lunch period ends. Oops, looks like we need to get going. I'll ask my aunt about the movie when I get home. Alright, great. See you later. The next day, I've got a lot on my mind as I'm walking to school, along the route Sachi always takes. Hopefully Sachi talked to her aunt about coming to hang out with me. Wonder what her aunt will say. Sachi doesn't seem to think she likes her very much. Sachi's covered in wounds, but her aunt didn't seem concerned about it in the slightest when I met her. Maybe Sachi's right. Actually, I did kind of get the impression she seemed really cold. Yeah, I agree with you. She didn't seem the most nice person, or approachable person or anything. Although, I can't really judge her based on the tiny amount of contact I've had with her, so I don't know if it's that really how she is. I agree with you there. If you only ever met someone once, all you can get from them is what someone has told you about them, and your first experience, the vibe they've kind of given off from you. And she's given off a cold vibe, for the most part, not a friendly, inviting vibe. If her aunt didn't say it was okay, Sachi will naturally refuse, but I still want to take her out I don't think that half's supposed to be there. Even if I have to force her to let me pay for her train ticket. If her family isn't supporting her, then that's all the more reason for me to do so. I mulled these things over as I walked, staring at the passing pavement beneath me without looking up. Oh, it's Sachi! Hello, Sachi! Good morning, Mamoru-senpai! I look up to see Sachi standing before me. Oh, good morning, Sachi. Something's wrong? Nothing. I wasn't looking where I was going. So you surprised me, sorry. I'm used to having to catch up with her. This is the first time I've heard her call out from behind me. She seems happy to see me. Yeah, she does. She kind of had that little smile on her face. And looks like a little blush, too. I was wondering if I'd see you while I was walking. Mom said it was okay for me to spend the day with you, Senpai. She even said she'd pay for the train and lunch. Really? That's great. Yes. I was preparing for the worst. This is a little unexpected. I'm looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, me too. Speaking of which, I heard the movie is actually based off some German novel. We continue chatting about the movie, what we'll do that day, and other little things until we arrive at school. Sachi seems to be more excited about this than I thought she would be. She doesn't even know that much about the town we're headed to. Sunday, the day I'm going out with Sachi. Their first date! Their actual first date, I guess you could say. We decided I would meet her at her house since it's so close to my own. I had some time to spare, so I arrived at Sachi's house a little earlier than we discussed. I don't mind waiting if she still needs to get ready. I ring the doorbell. I wonder what she's going to be wearing. I mean, all we've seen her is her torn school uniform. Maybe she'll be a little dressed up a little more. Maybe she'll look a little cuter. Because I don't think she really looks that cute with all the bandages and everything. And torn out uniform. Of course, I don't think I'll ever be able to get around that one gigantic eye. I like the smile, but the eye. It's so huge. I think that's the main thing. It's so gigantic. It takes up like the whole entire head. Oh. Our second time talking to her, this lady. However, standing before me is not Sachi, but her aunt Mayumi. It's not like I wasn't kind of expecting this, but I'm surprised nonetheless, and my body goes ragged. Good morning, I'm here to meet Sachi. Good morning, Mamoru-kun. I've heard all about it. It feels like Mayumi is searching me for something with her icy gaze. Oh, she's still got the bandages on. Good morning, Senpai. You're here early. Sure enough, Sachi appears behind Mayumi. It seems like she's ready to go, but she looks between Mayumi and me with a troubled expression. I think Sachi is more surprised than I am that Mayumi answered the door. But Mayumi pays Sachi no mind as she stares at me and begins to speak. The movie ends in the evening, right? Once the movie is over, come right home, okay? Right, we will. I wasn't planning on staying out that late anyway, but the warning look in her eye is a little unsettling nonetheless. Alright then. Off you go. With that, Mayumi steps aside and lets Sachi out onto the street. Yes, goodbye. Well, we get a good distance away from Sachi's house before we start speaking again. Sorry about that. Why are you apologizing? I mean, I was surprised, but seems like she was just worried about you. She probably just didn't want to have to deal with any trouble I might cause. Actually, I have no idea what she's thinking. Maybe Sachi's right after all. Whatever, forget about that, and let's get going. Yeah, it's time to have some fun. Don't think about that type of stuff. It's fun time. Yeah, sure. About to start heading in the direction of the station, but what's wrong? What do you mean? I was so distracted with thinking about Mayumi that I didn't notice that Sachi's wearing casual clothes. This is the first time I've seen her in anything other than her uniform. She's wearing a plain skirt and a worn-out hoodie. I realized Sachi put her hood up and her head down as soon as we started walking. I really think she's conscious about her one eye. I think she knows that she's different and she's afraid of what people will say, I guess. I guess that makes sense. I mean, you think about it. Some people will say stupid shit when someone looks different than them. Do you really have to walk that way? Huh? This is how I always do it. Do you not like it? No, well, it's really suspicious looking. I think it would be best if you took off the hood at least. It's suspicious looking? Yeah. When someone has their hood up and you can't see their face, don't you think that person looks kind of suspicious? I kind of agree with that. I mean, if someone's trying to hide their face or something, or hiding or bending down, or just like have their hand in a weird location like their coat or something, it does seem like they might be hiding something. It doesn't mean they are. Not always. They could just be an awkward person, and that's the way they act. But the first thought would be they're trying to hide something. Oh, I see. This is how she always does it. I don't know what it's like for her, but still, when she's with me, I don't want her to act weird like that. We're supposed to be walking together, but I can't even see her face. Look, I know you usually try not to let people see you, but you're with me today, you know? No matter what happens, I'm right here next to you. Yeah, you shouldn't let other people get too, bother you too much. I mean, you already have a thought on what they think of you. So, since you already think that, you really shouldn't let their words get to you. Because you already kind of expected it for the most part. So, if you already see it coming, you shouldn't let it hurt you as much, because you're already, they're just words. And you're with him. He doesn't think that way about you. He'll comfort you. Okay, yeah, you're right. She's still anxious, and she's still keeping her head down, but at least she seems to have given up on the hood for now. Right, let's get going then, shall we? Okay. Since it's the weekend, the street in the station has quite a few people on it, and that goes double for the shopping center we have to go through to get there. The train itself isn't any better. It's so packed, in fact, that I don't think it's going to be possible to have any kind of conversation with Sachi until we arrive at our destination. That said, since our destination isn't particularly far away, it doesn't take that long to get there, and we both feel a little relieved once we get off the train. Sure, a lot of people out today. You okay? Yeah, I don't really use the train, so I was startled to see so many people on it, but I'm alright. Right, then why don't we walk around and try to find somewhere to eat? Sure. We start walking toward an area that probably has a place we can eat at. Actually, I already know where I'm taking her, since I looked around for a good place beforehand. Well, that's good. Research. So you don't just walk around aimlessly. He did some research. Smart of him. I thought it'd be better to take Sachi to a quieter place, where she can let her guard down while we talk, rather than a street with a lot of big shops and a ton of people. I try to start a conversation with Sachi, but as I turn my head to look at her, she's nowhere to be found, and I immediately start to panic. Oh no, where did she go? I quickly realize that she didn't actually disappear. She's just walking several meters behind me for some reason. Why? Aren't we supposed to be walking together? I don't know, what the hell's up? What's she doing? Sachi? I quickly turn around and close the distance between us. Yes? What is it? Do you not want to not walk next to me or something? It's like, do I have cooties? No, nothing like that. It's just, I don't know if you want me to walk next to you. Why wouldn't he walk next to you? I don't think Sachi's gotten the idea that he doesn't care about the way you look. He clearly doesn't. He's, at first he was surprised at your one eye, but I've never heard him mention it really ever. So he clearly has just accepted you for who you are, and doesn't really care about any of that. Why wouldn't I want you to? That's right. Why wouldn't he want you to? What? But if you walk next to me, people might think you know me. Well, Of course he knows you. Come on, Sachi. But I do know you. That's why I want to walk next to you. Walk with you. Yeah, but... I understand what she's getting at. Yeah, I understand as well, man. But I don't think she understands what you're getting at. What you're getting at is that you don't care what other people think. You're here with her and you want to spend time with her. That's what it is. You don't care if what people think. And that's a good way of approaching it. You shouldn't always give a shit what other people think. She definitely draws a lot of attention. I saw that she got a lot of startled glances and stares from people when we passed on the street as we were making our way here. I feel like a lot of them were overreacting, though that's not exactly a surprise to me either. I guess it's only natural that she'd want to hide her face to avoid those stares. Maybe stopping her from wearing that hood was not the best idea. Well, I mean, she has to get over hiding that at some point. I mean, the more she gets used to it, the more she'll just forget about it and not even notice it. In my opinion, I mean, she can't change her one eye, and she can't always hide her face like that. I mean, she's got to enter the workforce at one point, and people are going to see her all the time. I mean, how is she supposed to go buy her food or any of the other stuff? She's going to have to interact with people, so she's going to have to get used to other people seeing it, and however they react, she's going to have to just take it and not let it bother her that much. Put your hood up if it makes you feel better. I want to walk next to you. But you said... Takes a half step backwards. Put a little more distance between us. I don't think there's anything wrong with being seen with you. Come on, don't run away. I like that. What he just said, come on, don't run away from me. I close the half step distance and grab her to keep her here. We're going to be seen together anyway, so might as well walk together, right? I'm fine with it, but if you don't want to walk with me, just say so, and I'll let go of your hand. Oh, they're holding hands. I do want to, but isn't this a little... Her voice becomes a whisper as she stares at the ground. But after a moment, she tilts her head up just enough to look at me. Senpai, is this really okay? Of course, I don't see anything wrong with it. Okay then, let's go. Thanks. Thank you. Her grip on my hand tightens ever so slightly. Actually, I'm finding myself getting a little flustered as well, but I don't think I could let go of her hand even if I wanted to. I think they like each other. They should just make it official. With our hands clasped together, I start to worry that my grip on her hand is too tight, or that I'm walking too quickly for her. As I become aware of everything I could be doing wrong, I quickly start to feel very embarrassed. I'm too focused on these details to actually make conversation with Sachi. I try to calm down, forcing myself not to think about anything and focus only on the feeling of Sachi's hand in mine. Her slender hand is warm and faintly, as I can feel the warmth flood into my own hand. She adjusts her grip, and rough spots on her otherwise smooth skin gently scrape against my palm. They feel like they may be scabs or something. I mean, she does have a lot of little, like, bandages on her finger, it looks like. Wait, didn't this have a bandage on it before? The shallow grooves on her soft hand are strangely alluring, and I unconsciously trace them with my fingers. Sachi's own fingers twitch in response. You're like touching her hand now. She's probably like, oh, what the hell are you doing? I'm not sure whether this is a reflex or not. Are you playing with her fingers? That's what it sounds like. Her hand or whatever? You know, it sounds like he's getting a little oddly intimate there. Thinking I've offended her. I glance at Sachi only to find that she's already staring at me with her one big eye. Sorry. It's fine. I was just wondering, like, those scars on your hands? I wanted to feel them to make sure. It's okay. You can touch them. If you want. Wow. You can touch my hands like that if you want. So, in my opinion, that means she did not like him. It also doesn't mean she liked them in particular either, but she's okay with you doing that. You might get a little warm, fuzzy sensation from you doing that to her hand. Blood rushes to her smiling face, and I think mine probably turns just as red. That cafe, huh? Do you want to have lunch there? I saw it when I was looking for good places to eat before we came. I've heard good things about it. I point at the first place I see that looks like it might serve food. So much for the place I'd planned to take us to. It wasn't the most elegant way of changing the subject, but I can't take the embarrassment. So he planned on going to a particular place, but he was so embarrassed he wanted to change the conversation and get this going to turning to something different. He's like, that place right there. Let's go there. Oh, it looks nice. Do you want to get lunch now then? Well, it's still a little early for lunch. Maybe we should wander around a bit more and come back later. That's true. Okay, let's come back later. And with that, Sachi's hold on my hand grows tighter. This time, I squeeze back. Oh. If we didn't look like a couple when we left, we certainly do now. In a way, I would say you should just, kind of make it that way. I mean, you guys seem to both like each other. And in a way, pretty much I would say this is pretty much your first date. I mean, yeah, you're both haven't really said that, yes, you're girlfriend and boyfriend type of thing, and put it in that perspective, but I would say you kind of look like that. And after that, we explored the area a bit, and I enjoyed that, but we didn't say much to each other. Not that it was an uncomfortable silence. Sometimes I'd look over at Sachi, no matter where she was looking. She was always wearing a cheerful expression. Well, I guess that's good. I mean, you can still have a good time and not say anything. I mean, sometimes it's just the whole experience of hanging out with someone. You don't have to actually say anything. Aren't you getting bored or just wandering around? No, not at all. Even just walking around like this is fun. There's so much to see, and all these stores look interesting. Really? Well, if you see a store you like, let me know. We can stop and take a look inside if you want. Don't think I'd buy anything, though. We can just browse. Even if you don't plan on buying anything, there's nothing wrong with looking, Yeah, there's nothing wrong with looking. I suppose not. Hey, this one looks interesting, don't you think? Stop in front of one of the stores we're passing. Peeking in through the open double doors, we see that the store has a trendy atmosphere with big decorations, selling accessories, clothing, and other classy-looking merchandise. Wait, you're gonna go in there and dress her up or something? There isn't really anything here for someone who doesn't care about the latest fashions and trends, but at least there are still a lot of unusual things to look at. I've never been in a store like this. Maybe you can find something you like. How about this? Take something I think Sachi might like off the display, just outside the door, and offer it to her. These are sunglasses. She's so confused. I can see why. It probably has, like, 2 eyes, and she only has 1. Try them on. Huh? Okay. She puts the sunglasses over her face, which now look even more puzzled. That's totally natural, of course. The sunglasses with their two lenses are only going to make it harder for her with her one eye to see. They obviously don't suit her, but her reaction to it is adorable and charming. Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. Are you making fun of me, senpai? Sachi suddenly becomes very, obviously depressed. I really should have been more sensitive about her eye. No, I'm really sorry. I won't do anything like that again. I'm just joking. Just a little payback. Having turned the tables on me, she can't help but let her smile slip back onto her face. I didn't expect her to pull something like that. Man, I can't believe you got me with that. Seriously though, I am sorry. I should be more considerate of your, It's okay. No, you didn't mean anything by it. That's true, but still. Anyway, I suggest we go check out the store, but actually, I think it's about time we ate lunch. Sure, let's go find that cafe again. Sachi doesn't seem to be upset at me at all, but I'm a little disappointed that she won't get a chance to check out the store. Take one last look inside, and one of the shelves catches my eye. Hey, which do you like best out of the blue, green, and orange? Huh? Well, orange, why? No reason. Or, well, wait here for a second. Okay. Oh, I wonder what he's gonna buy something for her? I run into the store, leaving Sachi, who's generally confused this time, behind. Sorry about that. That was quick. Did you buy something? Yeah, look. Oh. For her phone? Oh yeah, phone strap. I showed the cell phone strap to Sachi. It's a simple orange flower dangling off a green string made to look like a stem. Oh, how cute. Is that for your cell phone? I think it's for your cell phone, girl. No, yours. Huh? Mine? Why? I guess something to remember today by. But no, I couldn't. You hang on to it, senpai. Even if I did, I wouldn't use it. Well, let me pay for it then. I just bought it on a whim. Don't worry about it. Think of it as thanks for hanging out with me today. Take it. Come on, it's a gift. Just take it, Sachi. Are you sure? Of course. Wasn't that expensive anyway. So, don't feel like you owe me. Well, okay. Thank you very much. No problem. I noticed your phone doesn't have any kind of decoration on it, so I figured you might like it. But if you don't have to put it on your phone or anything. No, it's really cute. I think it's lovely. I'll put it on right now. She takes out her phone and attaches her new strap. Looks good. I was afraid the color might be too bright, but if it's the only one hanging there, it actually works out nicely. Yeah, I agree. Thanks so much, Mamoru-senpai. She looks so happy, tightly grasping her cell phone and smiling at the strap. My pleasure. Anyway, we should start heading to the cafe. We have a little time to spare, but if the place is crowded, we'll never get in before the movie starts, unless we go now. Yes, right. Let's go. Senpai? For some reason, Sachi's voice seems to be quivering as she calls out to me. Huh? I think I can guess what she's about to say, but I don't know if she's thought it through. A few moments pass in silence, then I wordlessly take her hand. Oh, is that what she wanted? She probably was like, hey. Oh, she was kind of shy to ask, would you like to hold on to my hand? But she doesn't say anything else, and instead just squeezes my hand tightly as we start walking. Before long, we arrive at the cafe we found earlier. Luckily, there aren't too many people, and we find a table more or less immediately. Alright guys, I think I'm going to stop right here. I think we'll probably end up, I don't know how much more is left here, but it does seem like it might be getting along pretty decently. So, I want to thank you guys for watching this. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them in the comment box. If you enjoyed the video or not, feel free to leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of these videos and others, feel free to subscribe. I usually release at least one video a day. My objective is to continue releasing these on a consistent basis. I'll try to... It depends on the game. It all depends on whatever free time I have. So hopefully you don't mind multiple videos getting released in a quick succession, because I do have a lot of videos planned. Well guys, thank you all for watching this video, and I hope you all have a great day.